Hey guys, what's up? So in today's video, we're going to talk about some things, all right? And basically, I'm going to crash out. But before I crash out, I'm just going to let you guys know why. Well, there's basically nothing to talk about. There's nothing going on with Battlefield, nothing going on with X-Defiant, that game's dead. Concord, we already talked about the game dying. There's absolutely nothing going on with Call of Duty, and even if there was anything going on with Call of Duty, we wouldn't talk about it because Call of Duty sucks. I don't want to play 8 to 10-year-old dead Battlefield games just to make a white text clickbait thumbnail Jack Frag style video where I titled the video, BF4 is so awesome in 2024. And Delta Force is, well, we have to wait for Delta Force. So I'm going to take this opportunity to address some things that I wouldn't typically ever address in a video. And a lot of these things have to deal with the way that people view my channel and my content sometimes, and have to be honest, some of them really dig at me because they are genuinely, completely untrue. So without further ado, this crash out is brought to you by my energy drink, Glitch Energy Rage Aid. If you have not tried it, it's strawberry lemonade. It is delicious. It's keto-free, it's gluten-free, it's sugar-free. It's really good. Try it. First link in the description. Use code ENDERS for 20% off. And of course, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So my approach to content has always focused on authenticity and transparency, and naturally, that is going to mean that most of the time, there's going to be like a love-hate relationship for people with me. I've seen it mentioned about me all the time, you know, on so many different social media platforms, like, oh, Enders is right almost all the time, but I really don't like him, or, oh, I love Enders, he's great. It's basically polar opposite opinions, and that's completely fine, because I would rather not make content at all than make content that was disingenuous or make content that was hiding the real version of me or the real version of what I actually thought. And you know what's crazy, guys? I would be willing to bet more than 70% of content creators hide what they actually truly think about their respective games or their actual opinions, and it's just cringe. But you know what's funny? A lot of people's expectations for creators are based off of those fake creators. And because of this, I genuinely feel as though that I get a bad rap because there is zero understanding of the situation that Battlefield content creators are currently in right now. And as one of the last standing Battlefield streamers, people, once again, do not understand the situation. So allow me to attempt to lay out the situation as best I can for people that might not understand. And before I lay the situation out, I just want to address one thing. If my way of speaking seems aggressive, or you might think that I seem angry right now, I'm not. This is just how I talk. It might be confusing. You know, people watch these videos like, oh my God, why is he mad? But like, no, this is just how I speak. I understand it's a little different. But with that out of the way, allow me to try to express some of these multifaceted frustrations. So first of all, I've been streaming every single day for 6 years straight. Now, that is not during a good time. That's during the worst time ever to stream Battlefield. At the tail end of Battlefield 1, BF5 came out, instantly died, no interest. BF 2042 came out, instantly died, no interest. So basically, during 6 years of streaming, I have had a total of 0 springboard opportunities to see a Battlefield game be good. And during all this time, for some reason, people are confused that I am calling a bad game bad while I'm playing it. That might sound insane, but I do get the rap for quote-unquote complaining about games that I play, but simultaneously, people don't seem to acknowledge that I'm right. I am right about a lot of the complaints that I state. I'm obviously not stating that I am right all the time, but when I make a general statement like, wow, 2042 is really bad, like, yes, it is. That's pretty much objectively true. The game is bad. So why are people mad about it? I don't know. Maybe one of the reasons is they don't understand why some people would be playing Battlefield 2042. For instance, they always say, oh, Enders doesn't like Battlefield 2042. Why does he play it? Okay, let me explain that. Number one, while Battlefield 2042 is certainly not a game that I enjoy most of the time, I do still, enjoy it some of the time because I wouldn't play games if I didn't enjoy them. Just very simply put. Number 2, people always wonder, well, if you don't like 2042, why don't you just go back and play older Battlefield games? It's not as simple as that. Maybe for people that don't stream, it's that simple. But for people like me, it's not that simple. If I were to go back to play Battlefield 4, I would immediately be stream sniped. My server would most likely be DDoSed, which would not only ruin the experience for everyone playing the server, but also myself. And if I were to go to play Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5, most of the servers I can't even join because they will ban me. And do I really want to deal with that? Do I want my server selection to be minuscule just because I might be pretty good at the game? No, I don't necessarily want to deal with that. So the funniest thing is, even though Battlefield 2042 is easily the worst Battlefield game, funnily enough, it is the path of least resistance. It's the game that you can actually play, which sucks, because I would absolutely prefer to go play Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 1, but there are asterisks, there are catches. Now, covering a separate topic relating 2042, and I just want to address this because I for the life of me cannot understand what the problem is here. People, for some reason, seem to be confused about people complaining about games while they play them. For instance, I'm playing 2042, some obvious bullshit happens, like, for instance, I get front knifed, but it's a backstab. Okay, that's BS. That happened a couple days ago. I rightfully complain about it because it's BS. Then someone complains that I complained about it? Like, are we having a misunderstanding here? Like, did you watch a different clip? Because the situation that occurred is clearly bullshit and should be complained about, but if I complain about it, people have a problem with it? And that same sort of thing is echoed really with almost anything that happens in Battlefield 2042. Basically, you are not allowed to complain while you play a really bad game that everyone knows is really bad. And that, for the longest time, has been one of the most confusing things ever to me. And I think the root cause of it is the Battlefield community simply doesn't understand what's going on during the gameplay, even if I explain it. And even if I do explain it, some people are just complaining to complain, which is the funniest thing ever because then they're hypocrites. And these hypocrites will do really annoying things like take a clip of my stream completely out of context, post it on Reddit for rage bait and upvotes, then miraculously, these posts don't get deleted, they get upvoted, then a circle jerk of hate comments all hating on me happen for no reason because of an out-of-context clip, and the worst part about it is that clip is now what people view me as. Even though the clip might be legitimate. Maybe I'm actually complaining about something 100% valid. But that is never questioned. It's always just, oh, he's crying. Oh, someone is crying about a bad game that we all acknowledge is bad, but let's jump on this one person and let's circle jerk around that just to do it because we're miserable on Reddit. I actually remember one of the comments on Reddit that was like, oh, this guy plays the game every single day and never stops complaining. There are so many things wrong with that statement. First of all, yeah, rightfully so. If you play 2042, or really any of these modern Battlefield games, if you're aware of what's going on in the game, and if you're a decent player, the natural reaction is probably to complain, because it's not a good experience. It's just not. And then, of course, they say, well, why don't you just play something else? But the reality is there is nothing else. Like I explained previously, 2042 is unfortunately the path of least resistance, and Delta Force isn't released yet. So we can't go play our Fairy Tale Fun game, which is Delta Force, at least for me. So I suppose I could wrap this video up by stating that I really hate dumb people. I really hate ignorant people. They are really annoying, and I don't like them. For the people that think that I just constantly complain in my YouTube videos and my Twitch streams, that is utterly false. If you watched my stream during Delta Force, if you watched any of my Delta Force YouTube videos, you would know that we have conversations on this channel. There are negative opinions, there are positive opinions. I praise games, I hate on games. You know why? Because I'm actually a real person. I could very easily go the route of being Mr. Fake Positivity, make the same shit content that a lot of these other YouTubers make just to farm views, but I can't bring myself to that level. It's just never going to happen for me, and I can't do it. So unfortunately, I suppose I have to bear the consequences of being a real person in a live video format most of the time. And you know the funny thing about being a real person, especially on stream where there's no like pause button, I can't pause something. When I play bad games, I acknowledge they're bad, and when I play good games, I acknowledge they're good. And for some reason, people don't understand that. Like, if you watch the streams during Delta Force, you would know that not only did the stream time double or triple, and my enjoyment also doubled or tripled, when I went back to 2042, like I had to this week, guess what? The stream times shrank, and my enjoyment also shrank. You want to know why? It's because I am not fake. I will complain. I will be annoyed. I will roast some idiots in my chat that come in to try to antagonize me. That's just the reality of it, guys. I'm not here to try to deliver falsified content. And I suppose I should just try to ignore a lot of the people that try to bring me down by these Reddit posts and Discord and all that sort of thing. But I read 1,000 YouTube comments a month. I stream every single day to audiences of hundreds. I probably read in the order of 20,000 messages in a week or something on my Twitch chat. It's insane. So the reality is, even when these sort of hate posts are happening, someone is going to link it to me. That's just the nature of the internet. Someone's going to go, hey, Anders, this guy's saying so-and-so on so-and-so. And I'm like, oh my God, like another one? So while I would totally love the ability to just be like a stone-faced golem, I kind of can't. And I suppose that is somewhat detrimental because I can't appear to people like that stone-faced golem that is totally and completely unfazed. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I do appear to be human, somewhat. So that is just going to wrap it up for this YouTube video, guys. I'm just voicing some frustrations. This is just some of the things that happen with content creation. Obviously, I still love content creation. I mean, it's my literal job. You guys are amazing. But, you know, the frustrations definitely mount. And, you know, don't forget, guys, I am a real person. I have real life frustrations. You know, I have a girlfriend. There's stuff that come with that. You know, a lot of time that needs to be dedicated. I have family. A lot of time that needs to be dedicated. But have no fear, because if you watch this channel, there's one thing you can guarantee on, and I'm just always gonna give you a straight up opinion on whatever I play, whether it be a game that I like, a game that I dislike. You can always count on me to give you a straight shot. And I suppose it is up to you whether or not you agree with any of my opinions. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. There will be more videos soon regarding, well, news topics. I'm going to try to spice up the channel a little bit. Going to play Space Marine, going to play Deadlock, going to go back and play Battlefield 1, or at least try to. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.